People across the country are demanding justice after white police officers shot and killed 2 black men in as many days. The latest happened in Falcon Heights, Minnesota, where a police officer shot Philando Castile during a traffic stop Wednesday evening. His girlfriend calmly live-streamed the immediate aftermath as the officer kept his gun drawn. On Tuesday, Baton Rouge police officers shot and killed 37-year-old Elton Sterling in a convenience store parking lot where he was selling DVDs. They responded to a call reporting a man with a gun.
You from Dallas, Texas, where police are still in a standoff at that garage in downtown at this hour. This horrific attack that has gripped Dallas, Texas, has been going on for hours now. 4 police officers have been shot dead after at least 2 snipers fired from an elevated position, ambush style, during a peaceful protest. Dallas police say this is still an active shooting situation, and they are now negotiating with that suspect cornered in a garage. 3 people are now in custody.
In total, 11 officers were shot and at least 1 civilian was wounded. I want you to listen here, what it sounded like from a nearby apartment.
Oh my God, there's people laying on the ground. I hope they're just hiding.
Somebody's really armed to the teeth.
Oh my God.
This is not one person with a... This is a person with a big knife. Few knives.
Oh my God.
The shooting happened as marchers were ending their protests, protesting the death of 2 African-American men this week elsewhere in the U.S. at the hands of police officers. Chaos on the ground spread as gunfire rang out.
Just look at that video. I mean, you see so many people just running for their lives after hearing all of these gunshots. Police also say a bomb squad has secured a suspicious package, and they have 3 people in custody, including a woman. Earlier, the Dallas police chief spoke to the media.
And this is how he described the active shooting situation.
The suspect that we are negotiating with, that has exchanged gunfire with us over the last 45 minutes, has told our negotiators that the end is coming.
This was just handed to me, the New York Post. Not uncommon to have hyperbolic, page 1. But let's hope this headline is wrong for our country, and this is not a civil war. Let's hope this was a I don't know what to call it. It was certainly an act of urban warfare, as we said, an attempted assassination, the successful assassination of at least 4 police officers.
Very rough early morning in Taiwan as Super Typhoon Nepartak slams into the islands. These pictures were live streamed just a short time ago from Taitung County along Taiwan's southeastern coast.
Yeah, this is James Reynolds, who's a storm chaser that we spoke with last hour, in fact, and he's telling us that we're seeing wind gusts of almost 300 kilometers an hour, and this is a storm that could dump a meter of rain on the eastern coast of the island. Also some dramatic video I want to show you here, Man versus Nature.
Oh, goodness.
Have a look at that. You can see who's winning in Man versus Nature there.
Yeah, it appears the security guard in Taitung was trying to secure these doors when that gust blew open those doors and took over. Wow, that is frightening.
车位停着车都没在了水中，而且应该是住在底层的这个居民家呢，都已经完全有一半在水中了，已经是人去楼空了。你看，只有挂在这个上一层楼屋檐先淹没在水中了，只留一个车顶在这边。我旁边这个楼的住户呢，因为楼层比较高，所以他们因为水困导致了断电，家里头空调也没有办法使用了，没在了这个水中，水面上漂浮着大量的生活垃圾。那因为这个水困的缘故呢，生活垃圾的处理呢，一天呢。
那就组织了一支救援队，帮助学生们进行这个转运。开始，那么现在还有2000多名的师生被困在里面。那跟上一档连线相隔不到1个小时，操场的位置最深的可以达到。
Welcome back to The Lead. I'm Jim Sciutto. Turning to our other top story today. The FBI recommending the Justice Department not file charges against Hillary Clinton for mishandling classified information, this during her tenure as Secretary of State. But FBI Director James Comey did not mince words, laying out a litany of ways that Clinton and her State Department staff should have known better, calling them, quote, extremely careless in the handling of classified information.
No charges are appropriate in this case.
With those 7 words, FBI Director James Comey spared Hillary Clinton the devastating prospect of an FBI indictment just 4 months from Election Day. The FBI found that of the 30,000 emails Clinton turned over, 110 emails contained classified information at the time they were sent or received.
In this case, he is saying that there is nothing to prosecute. And I'm telling you that there is. And I'll give you just an example. There's a Navy sailor right now being prosecuted for a picture that was left on a phone that was thrown away that had some limited classified value, pictures of nuclear vessels. But that person's being prosecuted. He will get 5 or 6 years and a dishonorable discharge. There is a double standard. And we're not talking about Hillary Clinton. We're talking about a double standard. If this were somebody of lesser power, there would be a you will plead or we will prosecute. No question at all.
Just 2 days after Hillary Clinton was grilled by the FBI and 1 day before its director said the Bureau saw no reason to indict the presumptive Democratic nominee, the world's biggest whistleblower website, WikiLeaks, released 1,200 emails sent and received by Ms. Clinton during her tenure as the U.S. State Secretary.
I will now point to you to one of her newly released emails that has a reference in there about sacrificing to Moloch. I'm not joking. Moloch, for those who don't know, is the Illuminati favorite deity that's sacrificed to every July in the Bohemian Grove, pictured here, in the form of burning a life-size human effigy, at least in more modern times, Lord knows what they were doing in the past, burning it at the altar of this big cement, stone-like idol that is built in the middle of their forest. And in the email, which is available on WikiLeaks, sent by her aide Cheryl Mills, who defended Bill Clinton during his impeachment hearings for not having sexual relations with that woman, she makes a reference about having her fingers crossed about something that they were hoping to accomplish, and then saying that she was going to sacrifice a chicken in the backyard to Moloch.
All the exercises were massively publicized. Poland's main TV networks offered daily live commentary.
They're starting the main section of the exercise, which is the construction of the pontoon bridge over the river. And we're also expecting helicopter support now.
It's a popular theme.
For sure, the Polish people feel a need for a sense of security, especially after what's happened in Ukraine over the past 2 or 3 years, with Russia's intervention in Ukraine. Right now, Poles are worried, thinking that one day maybe we will have to face the same problem.
Throughout its history, Poland has been battered by powerful neighbors. This stretch of river was in German hands from 1772 to 1918, while Russia ruled the east of the country. And domination by the Soviet Union only ended in 1989. So defense is a priority for Poles, and displays of hardware during the NATO exercises drew enthusiastic crowds. The Warsaw Summit will see the official announcement of 4 new battalions to be stationed in Poland and the Baltic states. With around 1,000 soldiers each, they'll be led by the US, Britain, Germany and Canada. It's a big step, and one Warsaw is presenting as a triumph. But the force will still be tiny compared to Russian troop numbers in the nearby Kaliningrad region, and the US complains that national borders between NATO members mean extra troops can't necessarily be brought in fast enough.
A military Schengen zone is what I'm looking for. Without that sort of freedom of movement, if deterrence fails, then that means we're going to have to do a liberation campaign, which will be much more expensive, much more dangerous. Today, a refugee can move across Europe more easily than a military convoy.
The general hopes to get that fixed soon.
We are going to start with a decision that will undoubtedly have massive security implications throughout the region. South Korea and the United States have confirmed that the US missile defense system known as Terminal High Altitude Area Defense, or THAAD, will be deployed to the Korean Peninsula. The decision follows months of negotiations between the two allies. Now, THAAD is designed to take down incoming North Korean missiles, but its deployment is bound to spark controversy, especially as China and Russia are deeply against it. For more, we connect live to our defense correspondent Kim Hyun-bin, who's standing by for us at the Ministry of National Defense in Seoul. Hyun-bin, this is huge news.
That's right, Mark. South Korea's defense ministry announced within the last hour that Seoul and Washington plan to deploy the THAAD missile defense system to better counter North Korea's weapons systems.